Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramartha-swarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Vagartha Viva Sampraktau Vagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwaro Yenakshara Samamnayam Adhigamya Maheshwarat Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam Tasmai Paninaye Namaha Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahim Tejasvinavadhitamastama Vidvishavahim Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are saying the Ajanta Shabdas, only Pullinga. Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta, and Rakaranta. So, Akaranta, all these Shabdas, if you just summarize what we have seen. So, it is here, you can see summary of the rules, what we have seen. For Akara, Ikara, and Ukara. Rikaranta also we have seen, we'll see that. You just see whether you could remember the rules, what we have seen. For Ajanta Shabda, when followed by Ajadi Vibhakti Pratyaya of Pratama Vibhakti and Vitya Vibhakti. Pratama Vibhakti, how and just. So I'm not taking. Why? Because it becomes Sakara. Sakara is Vishnu, Guru, and then Visarga. And I'm not including because Pura Adesha will happen, Puru Pami. When Am follows, Puru Rupa Adesha takes place. Therefore, only for Aujas, Outchas. So when the Ajadi Vibhakti Pratyas of Pratama and Dvitiya, that is these four Pratyas follow, then Purva Savara Dirghadesha happens. Okay, this is one thing. That's why Hari plus Avis, Hari, Guru plus Avis, Guru. Whereas Rama plus Avis, it is not Purva Savarna. For Adanta Shabda, you can note, Adanta Shabda is Akaranta Shabda, not Ajanta, Adanta. Short vowel. For Adanta Shabda, Purva Savarna Dirghadesha will not happen when Ijadi Vakti Pratyaya follow. That is out and out. Therefore, Rama plus Sav, it is not Purva Savarna. It Vriddhi happens. For Adanta Shabda, Purva Savarna will happen only for Jas and Shas. Rama plus Jas, Rama plus Shas. You remember all these rules? All of
Yes,
you?
sir.
Just summarizing. So you will tell the rules. I will type in that the form of a table. When followed by what will happen? Pururupa. And for Shas, what happens? After Pururupa, the Sakara of Shas will be replaced by Nakara. Therefore, you get Raman, Harin, Gurun, etc. And Ta will be replaced by Na. For what? For Gi Sanyaka Shabda. What is a Gi? That also I explained. What is a Gi Sanya? What is Gi? Anybody? What is the mean? What is Gi means? Gi Sanya.
Those
Pulling
words which are
Napunsaka
masculine and neuter, ending with
Sorry?
ikara and ukara.
Again?
Pulling and
Pulling and
neuter and
Napumsakalinga.
Rasva Ikara Ukara when not followed by
Yeah.
Nit Pratyaya.
Rasva Ikara Ukara when
Not followed by Nit Pratyaya.
not followed by Nit Pratyaya. What is the exact word? No, I didn't say like that. Not followed by Nit Pratyaya. Where is not followed by Nit
When
Pratyaya?
followed by Nit Pratyaya, it enjoys Nadi Sangya.
Optionally.
Optional, yes.
That is, you have to see the last class we discussed. Digi Sanya we discussed with Nadi Sanya. Please see. Those words which are feminine, meaning Nitya Strilinga Shabda, ending with Ikara Ukara, they get the Sanya Nadi. So Nadi is clear. So they are always Strilinga Shabda, Nitya Strilinga Shabda, ending with a long Ikara or Ukara, Ikara Ukara. Then the Nadi Sanya is extended even to Rasva Ikaranta Strilinga, Nitya Strilinga Rasva Ikaranta Shabda, as well as Ukaranta Shabda also when followed by
Nit Pratyaya.
Nit pratyaya.
Therefore, only Mati Shabda and all, if you see, 4151, we have two forms, right? 412 forms. What are the two forms? 41, Matyai, Mataye.
Matyai Mataye.
Matyai correspond to Nadi Sanya, Rupam. Because followed by Nit Pratyaya, Mati plus Nge, right? When it Mati enjoys Nadi Sanya, then becomes Matyai, like Nadi Shabda. Nadyai, Matyai, you can see the similarity. At a time, only one Sanya possible, not two Sanyas. So when it enjoys Nadi Sanya, then whatever happens because of Sanya, that will happen. Like in the case of Nadi Shabda. Nadi Shabda, you remember the form. Nadyai, Nadyaha, Nadyaha, Nadyam. So Nadyai, Chaturthi Bhakti Ekavachan, Nadi Shabda. Similarly, in Mati also we have that form, Matyai. And what about other form? Mataye, Matyai, Mataye, Matyai, because the word Mati enjoys Nadi Sanya by this rule. When it enjoys Nadi Sanya, it will not enjoy Gi Sanya. So Nadi Sanya, with Nadi Sanya one form, Matyai, then if it is not Nadi Sanya, then it will enjoy Gi Sanya. Then the rule corresponding to Gi Sanya will happen. And what is the rule? With Gi Sanya ka Shabda, Guna will happen. Mati will become Mate. After the Ayadi Sandhi. Mataye. Right? This is example is for Strilinga Shabda. Rasva Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Nitya Strilinga Shabda. When it enjoys Nadi Sanya, particular operation happens. When it enjoys Gi Sanya, particular operation happens. Both the Sanyas are not possible simultaneously. That is the rule. Okay, important. This is the example for Nadi Srilinga Shabda. Now we are discussing Pullinga only. Now, Pullinga, what we do is the Gi Sanya is for Pullinga Shabda also. Pullinga Shabda doesn't enjoy Nadi Sanya. That you have to understand very clearly. Okay. Only Srilinga Shabdas, that too, by the general rule, Ikara, Ukara enjoys Nadi Sanya. Nitya Srilinga Shabda, Ikara, Ukara enjoys Nadi Sanya. That is extended to Rasvikara, Rasukara Srilinga Shabda also when followed by Nit Pratyaya. Okay, that is Nadi Sanya. Then we say when it doesn't enjoy Nadi Sanya, then the Rasvaikaranta Ukara Strilinga Shabda enjoys Gi Sanya. That is Strilinga. Now for Pullinga also, Pullinga and Napumsaklinga, what we say, those words which are masculine and neuter, Pullinga and Napumsaklinga Shabda, which are Rasvaikara, Ikara, Ukara Shabda, they enjoy Gi Sanya. Like in the Nadi Sanya, like the Gi Sanya of the Strilinga words. Similarly, Pullinga Shabda also, they enjoy Gi Sanya. Pullinga Shabda enjoy Rasvaikaranta, Ukaranta, Pullinga, Napumsakalinga Shabda, they enjoy Gi Sanya. Because they enjoy Gi Sanya, therefore operation corresponding to Gi Sanya happens. That main operation is Guna. So what we want is we want to perform Guna operation on the Shabda. Therefore, we ordained Gi Sanya to the Shabda. Therefore, Gi Sanya is ordained for both Strilinga Shabda as well as Pullinga Shabda. Strilinga Ikaranta Ukaranta, Rasvaikara Ukara, Pullinga Rasvaikara Ukara. Understand? That's what Gi is. Hope it is clear, right? Gi Sanya. Is it clear?
Yes.
Guruji, can I
Yes.
ask a silly question?
Yes, please.
In the Nadi Sanyika, it says Matyai, Mati plus A, N happens Matya, but how did I come here with the?
That is out of scope now. We are not
okay.
interested in Strilinga Shabda. Don't worry about it.
No, here on the screen, I can see Nadi Sanyika, the N,
Ah.
Matyai. Ye, how did Ye become Ye? Is it not Vriddhi there?
That's what we are not discussing that now.
Okay.
You're not interested in now Strilinga Shabda. We are interested only in Pullinga Shabda. It's a context.
Okay.
Mati, followed by here Chaturthi Bhakti Ekavachanam. The Pratyaya is Nye is Sati, but Ye. That's what I have written here. That's all.
Yeah.
That becomes Mati. That's all. That is what how it becomes, it is not our interest now. Otherwise, topic will go somewhere. We are not
right.
trying to know Strilinga Shabda now.
All right.
Only Ajanta Pullinga Shabda. Okay. So here it is Nye. Mati plus Nye. Whose content is A? Similarly, Nye. When Mati Shabda, Strilinga Shabda, enjoys Nadi Sanya, then Mati will be the Rupam.
Okay.
When Mati Shabda enjoys Gi Sanya, actually Mati becomes Guna and then Mate happens. Then Nayari Sandhi, Mataya you get. Okay. Matyai is the form. Here Mataya is a form. Mate is because of Mati plus Nye will become Mate plus Ye is Ayadi Sandhi happens. Okay. Like happens here, similarly for Pullinga Shabda it happens. That is what we are interested. Mati Shabda, Strilinga Shabda, in this case, second one, it enjoys Gi Sanya. Similarly, Pullinga Shabda also it happens. Ari plus Ye will become Hare plus Ye, Ayadi Sandhi, Araye. Understand? That is what we want. So, Pullinga Shabda, Napumsakalinga Shabda, ending with Ikara, Ukara, enjoy the Sanya, Gi. Okay. Understand? This much you note. Okay. This is what we are interested. We are not interested in other. Yeah.
Yeah, in rule 3, why we are not writing the feminine?
Rule 3, we are already written here. Why do you need that? Nadi Sanya is extended to Rasvaikaranta Ukaranta when followed by it Pratyaya. When it doesn't enjoy Nadi Sanya, it enjoys Gi Sanya. It is here. Why do we are not interested in Strilinga? Why particular? We are interested only in Pullinga. Just to show you the difference, differentiating from the Strilinga, I'm showing that's it. That's point number 3.
Okay.
Otherwise, the Strilinga also is included. Then problem. We are not interested in that now. Our focus will be very clear. See, this is how we get diverted even when we do the Vichara. We'll go something, hold on to something else. We are not interested in that. So what is we are interested, that should be clear, so that we can follow, we reach the goal. Otherwise, we'll be sidetracked on so many topics. We will do that sidetracking if it is required. But here we are not interested in Sri Lanka. If Sri Lanka means, then I will talk about Nadi, all those things. Why we have to discuss. We are not interested. I'm just extending that as it happens in the case of Sri Lanka Shabda, Ikaranta Shabda, where it enjoys a Gisanya, similarly for Pullinga also. Okay, that is the point. Gisanya is explained through Nadi Sanya. That's in fact, without all that also could have explained. But the rules are like that. That's why I started that way. I did. Then, okay, I thought other things not required. I trimmed. In fact, many things I trimmed. So this is harmless. If you understand like this, it's not a problem. Okay. At this stage, it's not a problem. The same thing I have to extend. Actually, it is not so simple. It's a little complicated only. When you come little grow, that time I will tell you how it is. But now you understand this much. It is enough. Otherwise, too much. You are feeding the baby and the born baby with the rice. Problem.
Yeah.
That is will be too much. This is what I asked. What is Gisanya? Rasva Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Pullinga Shabda, Napumsakalinga Shabda, Gisanya. Very simple to understand. I can make it so complicated as it is here, but I don't want to make. Rasva Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Pullinga, Napumsakalinga Shabda, Gisanya. Dirgha Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Nitya Srilinga Shabda, Nadi Sanya. Done. Right? Simple. What is the confusion here? If it is Srilinga, then it may be Dirgha Ikara, Dirgha Ukara. If it is Pullinga, Napumsakalinga, it should be Rasva Ikara, Ukara for Gisanya. Now there is a overlap of these two. That is for Rasva Ikara, Rasva Ukara, Strilinga Shabda. That is why the point number 2 comes in between 1 and 3. Understand? There it enjoys the Rasva Ikara, Ukara Shabda, Strilinga Shabda enjoys both the Sanya, not simultaneously. That is why 2 forms. If it enjoys simultaneously, we will not get 2 forms. Either Nadi Sanya, by Nadi Sanya Matyai, by Gi Sanya Matahe. This is the idea behind this. Okay. Is it clear, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, dear.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes. No, this is now this must be very clear. So that then you will understand. For ta will be replaced by na. When? When the
Gisanya.
Pratipadika when Pratipadika enjoys Gisanya.
Gisanya.
Does this happen for Nadi Shabda? Nadi
No,
Shabda itself you
because-
take. Nadi Shabda, it is a Nadi Sanyaka Shabda. Nadi is Dirgha Ikaranta, Nitya Srilinga. What is the Tritiya Bhakti of Nadi Shabda?
Natya.
Nadya. What happened to that? Ta is replaced by na? No?
No.
No.
What about Mati? Mati Shabda.
Natya.
Is it Matina?
Mhm.
No.
Why?
Still it is
What?
Nadi Shabda.
It's not Nit Pratyaya.
It is not Nit Pratyaya, therefore it doesn't enjoy Nadi Sanya. Understand? Sorry, it is doesn't that Mati Shabda, Matina is there, followed by Mati Shabda, which is followed by Ta, which is not a Nit. If it's Nit Pratyaya, it will enjoy.
Nati Sanya.
Then it will become okay. But Mati Shabda, something else is there. Okay, the form is Madhya, looks similar as Nadya. That we will see. Something that's why we are not discussing that. There's something similarity. Okay, but Pullinga, if you take, it's very clear. Pullinga Hari plus Ta is Pullinga Shabdas are
Harina.
Gisanya. We told therefore Ta will be replaced, but not for Mati. Mati and Nadi, some connection is there that we will see later. Nadya, Matya. Okay, so wrong example here. So leave that. That's why I said Sri Lanka we are not interested. Okay, Ta will be replaced by Na for Gisanyaka Shabda. Okay, but this much you can know. Mati there it enjoys Nadi Sanya. Okay, just what I said I just complete. Mati plus Ta Pratyaya. What is the form? Mati, Tritiya Bhakti Ekavachana Rupam of Mati is Matya, right?
Matya.
Matya.
Similar to Nadi Shabda, right? Nadi Shabda is Nadi Sanyaka Shabda. Mati Shabda is also Nadi Sanya
is
Shabda
both.
only.
Hmm.
It is Nadi Sanya, not followed by Gita. That condition is not required for Mati. Therefore, Mati plus Ta, Mati Shabda enjoys Nadi Sanya. Therefore, similar to Nadi Shabda, Matya you get. What I'm saying is, it doesn't enjoy Gi Sanya. Therefore, not replaced by Na. Understand? That's a point I make. I hope you follow. Okay. In fact, that is what I wanted to convey that I told. Anyway, I hope you follow. The Mati Shabda enjoys Nadi Sanya, therefore the Rupam is similar to the Nadi. Doesn't enjoy Gi Sanya. If it enjoys Gi Sanya, what will happen? Then Ta will be replaced by
No.
Na.
Na.
Then the Tritiya Bhakti of Mati Shabda will become Matina. That is not the Rupam. Since the Matina is not the Rupam, therefore Mati Shabda doesn't enjoy Gi Sanya.
No.
No, that's what. I'm just doing the reverse, okay, to try to make you see that. Mati Shabda, from the form you can infer the Sanya, I'm saying, right? Even though it is Trilinga, though we are not interested, just from the form you can infer, Matya it is. If Mati Shabda enjoys Gi Sanya, then the form will be Matina. But it is not. Matya, it is similar to Nadi Shabda. Therefore, Mati enjoys what Sanya then?
Nadi Sanya.
That's what I said. Okay. That's what I said. Anyway, Mati Shabda, we are not interested. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, Ta will be replaced by Na for Gi Sanyaka Shabda. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore, Hari, Guru and all Gi Sanya. Please note here, only Ikara, Ukara. Don't bring Akara, don't bring Irkara. They are not discussed here. For Gi Sanya, it's only for Ikara, Ukara and the Shabda only. That is important. Okay. We may confuse with the Rama. That we confuse with Pitru. Rama plus Ta. What Sanya Rama enjoys? Nadi or Gi?
Neither.
Sorry.
Neither. Okay. Don't say Nadi, don't say Gi. Problem. This discussion is only for Ikaranta, Ukaranta Shabda only. Okay. That doesn't happen. Normally Pitru plus Ta, what happens?
Rukaranta also doesn't happen.
Doesn't have. There it is neither of the Sanyas. Okay. So Ta replaced by Na for Gi Sanya. This is why we need Gi Sanya. What is the implication of Gi Sanya? The Pratyaya Ta will be replaced by Na.
No.
Okay. Then another thing. Adanta Anga gets Dirgha Desha when followed by Yajnari Supratyaya. What are the Yajnari Supratyayas? Yajnari Supratyaya. Pratyaya beginning with Yan.
Yep.
You know all the 24 Pratyaya, 21. Let us take 21 Pratyayas. What are they? So, Aujas, Amorchas, what are the Yajnari Supratyaya? First, what are the young letter? Yavarala, right? Hayavarat, Yava, Lan, Nyamangananam, Jabhai. Up to that stops. Okay.
Jaba
Don't go,
Gadadash.
don't go there. Jabhai only stops. Young letter. Okay.
Jabhai.
Nakara. So, what are the pratyayas?
Ji is there, Guruji.
No, it's okay. But what are the pratyayas? Yajna the pratyayas and supratyayas.
3, 2, 3, 3.
Yeah. Vyam.
4,
Okay.
4.
What else is there? Vyam. Right?
Vyam bis.
Vyam, bis, vyaha.
Yeah.
All these are Yajnadi pratyayas only. Right? Yajnadi means you have to remember that. Vyam. Because there are no pratyayas beginning with Yakara is Yakara. The Rama Shabda, Chaturthi Bhakti, Nye is replaced by Ya. Then becomes Yajnadi pratyaya. Okay. Understand? Rama Shabda. Then Vyam is there, Bis is there, Vyas is there. These are all Yajnadi pratyaya. In the case of Rama Shabda also, Bis is replaced by Is. One specific. Rama Shabda is completely exception. Okay. All the words are, for all the forms, there are rules. Nye is replaced by Ya, Bis is replaced by Is. So, Adantanga, Adanta Shabda replaced. What happens here? Adanta Shabda means what? Akaranta Shabda, Rama Shabda only.
Akara.
That is why Ramabhyam, we get Ramabhyam, but not Ramabhyaha. Please note why. Bhagavachana, we have another rule. We will see that. So Adantanga, meaning Akaranta Shabda, get Dirgha Desha, Yagyadi, with the Yajnadi Pratyaya follows. So Rama plus Bhyam becomes Rama Bhyam, that you note. Then Tritiya Bhakti Bhagavachanam, ice will be replaced by, sorry, bis will be replaced by ice. Then Chaturthi Bhakti Ekavachanam, that Nye will be replaced by Ya. When it replaced by Ya, then becomes Yajnadi Pratyaya. Therefore, Adanta Angasya Dirgha Bhavati. Ramaya you get. Rama plus Nye is replaced by Ya. Then because his Ya is Yajnadi Pratyaya, it comes under Yang or not? Yes, the first letter, right? So Rama become Ramaya. These all are Adantanga Rama Shabda. Please note. Then Rasvanta Gi Sangika Anga. Okay. For more clarity, I have written Gi Sangika Anga will get Gunadesha when followed by Git Pratyaya. When followed by Git Pratyaya in the case of Strilinga, it enjoys Nadi Sanya, therefore Nadi Sanya related Karyam will happen. We are doing Pullinga and Napumsakalinga, therefore there is no question of
Angakarya happening.
Nadi Sanya, therefore only Gi Sanya. That is why here Rasvanta Gi Sangika Shabda will get Gunadesha when followed by Git Pratyaya. Please note, when followed by Git Pratyaya, we said Strilinga Shabda, Ikara, Ukara enjoys Nadi Sanya. Optionally. That is Strilinga. We are not discussing Strilinga. So Git Pratyaya follows then Anga, Pullinga, Napumsakalinga, Anga, that Shabda will enjoy Gi Sanya. That's what I have written. Okay. So Gi Sangika Anga will get Gunadesha. Anyway, already I told Ikara, Ukara, Pullinga Shabda enjoys Gi Sanya. Therefore, when Git Pratyaya follows, Anga Karya happens, Guna Anga Karya happens. This is point you can note. Okay, then Gunadesha happens. Then Vikaranta Anga, what will happen? It gets Annadesha when followed by Asambuddhi Su means 1-1. An will come at the end of the Shabda. Ru is replaced by An. Then after that, what will happen? Next, okay, second point. When followed is Saranamastana Pratyaya and Ni, Gunadesha happens for Vikaranta. Then for Trijantam, meaning Kridanta, Upada Dirgattam happens when followed by Saranamastana Pratyaya. That's for Karta, Kartaru, Kartara, Dirgattam. Okay. These are the specific rules for Ajanta and Rikaranta Shabda. Ajanta covers Ikara, Ukara, Akara, Ikara, Ukara, Rikara. Now, what are the common rules? The common rules I have not written, only two. We will see now, one by one. Now, this is a summary. You can tell summary. What will happen for Su? Akara, Ikara, Ukara, Rikara. Okay, I think we will do the summary later. Okay, then here, up to what we have done, up to
5.
5,
Five.
okay,
5-1.
5-1. Let us do that. 5-1. After 5-1, I mean, we will do 6-1, 7-1, 8 Sambodhana, then we can fill the summary, that table column. So Chaturthi Bhakti Bhagavachanam Rama. Oh, 1 minute. We have to do 5-1 or are we done? We have to do it.
We have to do 5-1, Guruji.
Okay. It means 4 up to 4-3 we have been done, right? 4-2, 4-3. Then Panchami, where is Panchami? All right, Panchami will be there below, I think. Just a minute. Chaturthi Bhakti Bhagavachanam Rama Shabda is there. And Chaturthi Bhakti Rama Shabda is there. If not there, we will do it. Yeah. Chaturthi Bhakti Rama Shabda Bhagavachanam it is. It is Ekavachanam already done. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. No, Panchami Ekavachanam. Oh, we have to start from here. Okay. I think I'm seeing the wrong heading. Chaturthi Ekavachanam we have done.
Hmm.
Then Chaturthi Dvivachanam.
We have done
Hmm.
already Tritiya Dvivachanam, in that it was covered, Guruji.
Yes, exactly. So just I copy paste forever. Otherwise, I will back and forth. I will be searching. So
Hmm.
Chaturthi Ekavachanam we have done. Chaturthi Dvivachanam. I just copy paste from here. Tritiya Dvivachanam.
Dvivachanam.
After that, I delete unnecessary things. Then I will understand. This is Chaturthi. Chaturthi Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Rama plus will become Yajnadi Pratyaya follows, therefore. Adantanga,
Dirghatvam.
just now we saw
Dirghatvam.
Dirghatvam happens. The Ramabhyam. Hari plus Bhyam, nothing happens.
Haribhyam. No Dirghatvam.
Guru plus Bhyam, only for Adanta. That's why I said
Gurubhyam.
Adanta Anga will take Dirghatvam, Yajnadi Pratyaya follows. Here also nothing happens with Bhyam. So this is done. Chaturthi Dvivachanam. Then Chaturthi Bhagavachanam. This also I will copy from Tritiya. Almost same only. Chaturthi Bhagavachanam. Rama plus Bis. Rama plus Bis already we told. Adantanga Bis will be replaced by Is.
Ice.
After that, A plus I is Vriddhi Sandhi. Ramaihi.
Ramai.
What about here? Hari Shabda? Nothing happens. Just join. Hari Bihi, Guru Bihi, Pitra Bihi, Kartra Bihi. Right?
Hmm.
Now Panchami. Now comes Panchami Ekavachanam. Rama plus Nasi. What will happen? Nasi will be replaced by At. What rule? That
Specific.
that that one Chinese rule is there that you copy.
In
Ta Nasi Ngasa.
Asyaha Adesha Bhavati.
Yes. Okay. I've written somewhere that Ta Nasi Ngasam. Okay. I just write that. So rule that is Nasi Panchami Nasi will be replaced by At. So rule. Ta will be replaced by Ina. Ta. Nye is replaced by Ya. Rama Shabda. Adanta Shabda. Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachana Ta is replaced by Ina. Therefore, only you get Ramena. After replacing A plus E is Guna. And Chaturthi Ekavachanam Nye is replaced by Ya. Then becomes Yajnadi Supratya. Therefore, Angasya Dirghattam Bhavati Ramaya. Then Panchami becomes Nasi is replaced by At. Then Rama plus At is A plus A is Savana Dirgha Sandhi. Ramat you get. Right? The rule. Then Hari plus Nasi. What Sanya Hari enjoys now here? Gi Sanya. Therefore, Hari will become.
Adesha. Hare.
Good. Here I Gi Sanyakatvat. You can understand. Gi Sanyakatvat. Because it enjoys Gi Sanya. That is why we give Gi Sanya. Otherwise, what is this thing? Usage. When we give us some Sanya, it is for some operation. Gi Sanyakatvat Gunadeshaha. So Hari become Are. After that, A plus S. What will happen?
Hares.
Why don't you do here Ayadi Sandhi, Arayaha, like Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam? If it's same as Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam, then why should we have Nasi? Simply could have given like Pratama Vibhakti Jas and Shas, Dvitiya Vibhakti Shas. You could have given that, right? Something else happens. That is why the Ith letter. That is why Ith letter is Nakara. Otherwise, Ith letter can be here Jakara. Why not Jakara? Same as Pratama Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti Shakara. See, you can see the reason. Jakara as ith letter is there in Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam because of what? Because of what? Because
The
Jasi
final-
follows. When just follows, what happened to the Hari Shabda there? Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam. Already we have seen. You have to recollect.
Hare.
Guna happens. Huh?
Dir-
Hari becomes Hare.
Hare,
Hari,
then
Hari becomes
Ayadi.
Hare. And then Ayadi Sandhi happens. Hari become.
Mm.
In the case of Rama Shabda, it is Purva Rupa. Purva Savana Dirgha Desha Bhavati. Right? Here, it is ordained Gisanya and then Gunadesha happens. Okay. Here it is ordained Gisanya and then Gunadesha happens. Please note. Okay. In Hari Shabda, Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam, because Pratyaya just follows Gunadesha happens. There is a specific rule. Jasicha. When just Pratyaya follows, Guna happen. Angasya Gunaha Bhavati. That's a rule. Okay. When just Pratyaya follows, Angasya Gunaha Bhavati. That's a rule. Jasicha. Jasicha means just Pratyaya follows. Rasvantasya Angasya Gunaha Bhavati. Therefore, Ikara, Ukara, Rikara also. You see,
Yes.
what is Pitru? Pitru plus Jasis? Pitru becomes, already we have seen.
Pitara.
Pitaraha.
Pitru becomes Pitar, Gunadesha happens, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
There it is common for all. Okay. There we don't talk about Gisanya and Gisanya only with regard to Nit Pratyaya. Okay. Anyway, just to note this. Gisanya with regard to when Nit Pratyaya follows for Pullinga, it is just Gisanya. Okay. I have not made that point because don't want to. 1 minute. I'll just make that also here in this one. Just go here. Oh. Yeah. These words which are okay. Ta, of course, ta is also here required. Gisanya. This is a general Gisanya. Fine. Ta is Gisanya, and when git not only git pratyas, okay. You take Ari, I mean Ikara, Ukara, all enjoy Gisanya. But in the case of this Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam, just Pratya follows, this Gunadesha happens because that rule comes later, in fact. Okay. That rule comes later, therefore Gunadesha happens. That's why for all the Anta, Ikara, Ukara, Rikara, any Rasva Anta. Rama Shabda doesn't happen because the Purva Savana Dirgha Desha happens. Ramaha we want. Rama plus just. Rama plus just becomes Ramaha. Whereas Ari plus just becomes Ari becomes Are and then Ayadi Sandhi. Guru becomes Guru and then Ayadi Sandhi. Pitra becomes Pitar. Then join Pitaraha you get. Okay. So that Angasya Gunadesha happens when just Pratyaya follows. Very specific rule is there. When specific rule is there, that you have to apply. Okay, please note. Then why that specific rule is there? Because a specific rule is there, you apply the specific. The specific operation is done. That is the idea. Okay. Then here Ngasi is there. Ngas follows. Hari Shabda enjoys Gisanya. Here there is no rule by which Gunadesha can be ordered other than Gisanya. So therefore, Hari Shabda enjoys Gisanya. It undergoes Gunadesha. After doing Gunadesha, we don't do Ayadi Sandhi because there is a specific rule for this. That is, this says, what does it say? When Ngas and Ngasi and Ngas, that is 6-1, 5-1 and 6-1 follows, what will happen? What will happen?
Rupa Ekadesha.
Purva Rupa Ekadeshaha. Purva Rupa Ekadeshaha is Purva Paryogostane, Purva Rupaha Ekadeshaha Bhavati. This is very specific for Yang letter. Yang letter. Yang means A-O. When it will become A and O, after guna only. Guna happens because of Gisanya. Understand?
Mm.
Guna happens because of Gisanya. A comes. So when ikaranta ukaranta shabda becomes Yenganta, ikaranta ukaranta becomes Yenganta
Guna.
when guna happens.
Gunadesha. Mm.
So I will write here Pura Rupa is within bracket for our understanding. Yang I write. So therefore, when Yenganta is followed by Nasi or Nas, then you do Pura Rupa Desha. We don't do Ayadi Sandhi. Ayadi Sandhi, for your information, just saying, Ayadi Sandhi number is, I don't want to confuse the numbers now. Ayadi, but still saying for your understanding, Ayadi is some Sandhi is 6178. And this is 61110. Already I told, which comes later, that alone will apply, right?
Precedence.
And this is Apavada. In fact, in Yang letter follows, you have to apply this. So will you apply 6178? No.
No.
Therefore, is 61110, which is Parasutram. Therefore, Pura Rupaha Ekadeshaka Bhavati. This rule overrules Ayadi Sandhi. That is why we don't apply. Please, you have to connect this with just Jasicha. I mean, with Pratama Bhakti Bhagavachanam. Just there, Guna happens and then Ayadi Sandhi. Here, Guna happens and then Pura Rupa Sandhi. That's the difference. Is it clear? The difference between Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam and Panchami Ekavachanam, Shashti Ekavachanam is, in the case of Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Guna happens and then Ayadi Sandhi. Guna happens for all the Rasvanta Shabda when followed by just Pratyaya. In fact, that rule is 73109. Okay, that comes later. 73109. And this Ari Shabda, I mean, all this Shabda, Gi Sangika Shabda, because it enjoys a Gi Sangya, that's a very specific rule is that when Gi Sangika Shabda is followed by a Git Pratyaya, then when followed by Git Pratyaya, Gi Sangika Shabda will undergo Angakarya, that is Guna Angakarya.
Guna.
Okay. When just Pratyaya follows the Rasva Antanga, that is Ikara, Ukara, Rukara, Guna will happen. Please try to follow me. Just means I am talking about Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam.
Bhavut.
When just Pratyaya follows Rasva, Rasvanta Anga, Anga ending with Rasva, short vowels. Angakarya happens, that is Guna Angakarya happens, Guna happens. That is very specifically is there when just follows. When Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachana Pratyaya follows, Ikara, Ukara, Rukaranta. That you take those three. That will undergo Guna. When Git Pratyaya follows a Gi Sangika Shabda, then that Gi Sangika Shabda will undergo Guna. Very specifically, it is there when Gi Sangika Shabda followed by Nas Pratyaya. Therefore, here what happens here? You have to apply Gi Sangikatvat Gunadeshaha. Gi Sangikatvat Gunadesha. This is the difference between Pratama Vibhakti Bhagavachanam and Panchami and Ekavachanam. Panchami Ekavachanam, Panchami and Shashti Ekavachanam. Just understand the difference between 1-3 and 5-1-6-1. Okay. This 5-1 very specifically says Anga ending Gi Sangika, Anga enjoying Gi Sangya will undergo Gunadesha. Whereas Mantri is common. Anga ending with Rasva will undergo Guna followed by Jas. So both are entirely, in fact, different. Therefore, there is no need to confuse these two. Why I'm saying is the content is same, therefore you may think it is content is same. Why there is a difference in the operation? One is Gisanya based operation, other one is directly you do Gunadesha. That is the purpose of ith letter. Understand? Otherwise, all the ith letter can be same. Why should you give Nakara as ith letter? Not only for that purpose. Even after doing here the Angakarya, Gunadesha based on Gisanya, what we do then? For we do Pura Rupa. For what? When Nas and Nasi follows Enganta, it becomes Pura Rupa. Does it happen for 1-3? No.
No.
Why? Because it is just not, it is not Nas or Nasi, right? Nakara is not there, it is Jakara. It doesn't happen for Shas because it is a Shit. Shakara is it, right? That is the purpose of ith letter. So ith letters are very significant. I hope you understand, right?
Yes.
Is it clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Vijay, what is the difference?
Little
between-
difficult, but try to understand. And once I do the summary, yeah, please tell me, what is it? Question?
Yeah. No, what is the difference between 61109 Purva Rupa Sandhi and Purva Rupa Adesha?
Purva Rupa Sandhi and Purva Rupa Adesha. 6-1, that is, you're asking Enga Padanta Dati, right?
Correct.
That is very clear. When Padanta Yeng followed by Rasvakara, here it is not Pada. Here you are going to make Padam, right? It is, yeah, Apadanta. Are is a Padam. No. This Prakriti and Pratyaya alone becomes Padam, right?
Okay.
That rule, okay, you're checking the number. I don't know, you're familiar with the number now. Very good. Okay. You can tell the sutra then. Enga Padanta Dati. Okay. I think I explained all those sutras without
Yes,
in much detail. Yes, Enga Padanta Dati, he says, Enga Padanta. Padanta is there. So if you tell the sutra, then you know what the reason is. Yang
Okay.
letter at the end of the Padam.
Adam.
But here it is not at the end of Padam. It is Apadam. Not a Padam, right?
Okay.
Understand? That's the difference. Therefore, only we
Yeah.
don't apply that. It's
Okay.
good question. 61109 is not applicable. And Ayadi Sandhi is also not applicable. 6178. Both are not applicable. Therefore, what is applicable? Very specifically, here it is there. That is for Enganta Shabda, when followed by Nasi or Nas, Pura Rupa Adeshaka Bhavati. So A will replace both. So please note, this is a difference between 1-1 and 5-1-6-1. 5-1-6-1, same operation, similar operation. 5-1-6-1, because both are Nasi and both are Nasi, Nas, the content is same. Anyway, but Git is same. That this is same, and that is Git is same, but other things are that only in Nasi we have one Upadeshe Anunasika ith letter is that's okay. Whereas compare with 1-3 and 2-3, completely it is different ith letter. That is why when just pratyaya follows, you remember this rule. Angasya Gunadesha Bhavati. That's a rule. It's a common rule. And this is very specific. When Git pratyaya follows, Anga enjoying Gisanya. By saying Anga enjoy Gisanya, we are excluding Rikaranta Shabda. Rikara is not Gisanyika Shabda, right? Therefore, Pitra plus Nasi, what will happen? You cannot do there Gunadesha, otherwise problem, right? That is why Gisanya is important. Akara, Ikara, Ukara, Rikara, 4 endings are there. We are excluding Akara and Rikara, and only Ikara, Ukara we are talking. That is what intelligently we put it by calling it as giving a name, by Gi, we can refer to them. Only those things will undergo Guna, not the other, right? That's the idea. So Gi Sanyakatvat, Hari Shabdasya, Gunadesha, and now it becomes Enganta, followed by Nas, Nasi or Nas, 5-1 or 6-1, then Pura Rupa Hadesha Bhavati. Okay, this happens. Similarly, Guru, what will happen? Guru also, Pullinga Shabda, enjoying Gisanya, followed by Nit Pratyaya. When followed by Nit Pratyaya, Gisanyika Shabdasya, Angakarya happens. That already we have seen. Gisanyikasya Angasya, Angakarya is the form of the Guna. Therefore, Gunadesha. After it becomes Gunadesha, it becomes Enganta. Therefore, A plus A will become, sorry, O plus A, not A. O plus A will become O only.
Oh.
Therefore, Purva. Therefore, Gurus, then Guru. Padanta Sakara replaced by Ru and Repa. Right? This is Hari and Guru. In the case of Pitru, what happens? Pitru, does it enjoy Kisanya? No. Right?
No.
Therefore, you cannot do Pitar. It's a problem. But Pitra Shabda, we have a rule. That is, Pitra Shabda ending with Rikara, right?
Yeah.
When followed by Nasi or Nas. I think I told you, if I am not okay. Have we discussed this 5-1 before?
Replaced by O.
Yeah, exactly. It is what happens here. Pitra Shabda, that is Rikaranta Shabda, Pitra or whatever it is, agent or family non base. When followed by Nasi or Gus, then what will happen? Purva Parayogo Sthane, in the place of preceding and succeeding, there will be Ukara Desha. Like it is something like Gunasandhi, right? Not Gunasandhi, Kshamita. It is something like not even Yansandhi. We cannot say.
Visarga.
It's not even Yansandhi. We cannot say Yan or Guna. Okay, Rikara replaced by Ukara. When Rikara is replaced by Ukara, then what will happen? Ru will be along with the Ukara, Repa will be appended. That we know. Whenever Rikara is replaced by unletter, A, E, U, Repa will be appended. Therefore, it becomes Pur. After that, you get Pitur. Piturs. This is how we get. Okay. Here I will write the rule. That is Rikaranta Shabda. Put Adesha Bhavati. Okay. Here it is Pura Parayogo Sthane. Put Adesha. Ut means Ukara is Adesha. Please note Takara only for Ucharana. Okay. Ut Adesha Kada Bhavati.
Followed by Nasi.
For Rikaranta Shabda when followed by Nasi or Gas. Very specific. Okay. For Rikaranta Shabda followed by followed by Nasi or Nas. Nasi or Nas. That is why Nasi or Nas is given. Even though content is same as Pratama Bhakti and Ditya Bhakti. Does it happen in that case? No. That's the significance of the Ita letter. Now Piturs comes. Now what will apply? This also I think we discussed. Piturs.
Pitu.
What will happen?
The conjunct.
What will happen to Sakara? Conjunct consonant at the end.
Sakara will become Lopa.
Become how?
Because preceded by Repa.
Conjunct consonant at the end.
Sakara preceded by Repa.
That we have seen. Conjunct consonant at the end. I just write the word Sanyogantasya Lopaha Bhavati. Right? But actually this is not the one. This is a sutra, but you can understand. Sanyoga Antasya Padasya Antima Varnasya Sakarasya Lopaha Bhavati. Right? I'm not, please note, I'm not, this is not a sutra for me. Even though it is sutra, but here it is not in the form of sutra. If it is sutra, then another sutra applies. If it is a sutra, then we have to apply Raksasya. That is a sutra, in fact. You see, Sakara at the end will become Lopa. When?
Preceded by Repa.
Only when preceded by Repa. Even though it's a conjunct consonant, right? Conjunct, the conjunct consonant at the end of a padam, the consonant, last consonant will become Lopa. That is what the rule is, right? General rule. Sanyogantasya means Sanyoga, conjunct consonant at the end of the padam will become Lopa, means not the whole conjunct will become Lopa. Only the last. That will become Lopa. That is a general rule. Now we say that in the conjunct, if the last letter happens to be Sakara, right, that will become Lopa only when preceded by Repa. It means what?
If there is anything else, it will remain.
It will remain. That is the idea. Simple. So, therefore, this Sakara becoming Lopa only when preceded by Repa, that restricts the scope of application of the conjunct consonant becoming lopa.
Lopa.
This does the niyamanam, restricting the scope.
Mm.
If
So only for
sakara,
sakara.
only when sakara preceded by repa, not only for sakara, you have to tell like this. Only the sakara will become lopa, sakara at the end will become lopa only when preceded by repa. Not any other. Suppose instead of repa, suppose here, say kakara is there. Then sakara will become, not say kakara is a wrong example, because we have another one that we'll see later. Skogo. Suppose other letter is there. Any other letter. Pakara. Then sakara will become
Remain.
it will remain as it is. It will not go. Is it clear?
Mm.
So even though the general rule is the consonant at the end of the conjunct, the conjunct consonant. Conjunct consonant is that which you know a consonant followed by another consonant. That conjunct consonant at the end of the padam, the last letter of the conjunct will become lopa. That is the general rule. Now we say if the last letter happens to be sakara preceded by repa, that will become lopa. Understand?
Mm.
It means if any other letter is there preceding sakara, that will not become, that sakara will not become lopa.
Mm.
Sakara will remain intact. Okay.
We saw the example of Urj.
Yes, example I gave Urj Shabda last class I gave. Urj Shabda, you take the example. We have discussed in the last class. There are so many examples. I just gave Urj, one stock example.
Mm.
Okay. Urj is a good example. Okay, I think we have discussed. I forgot what we discussed. Okay, we discussed. So, okay, now we'll move on. So, therefore, Sakara goes away. Pituhu. Urj is your homework. You can do Urj Shabda. It's not difficult. Urj is like what Shabda? Chakarantaha. Already you have done Vanish Shabda, right? Chakarantaha Vanish. Similarly, you can do. Pratama Bhakti Ekavachanam of Urj will be
Urg.
what? Urg. How you get Urg? Urj is there. Now Sakara will go away because it is apriktal
Mm.
following a consonant. Therefore, you get Urj. Now Urj is what? A padam.
Mm.
Right? What is at the end of the padam? Repa followed by
Jakara.
Chakara.
Repa followed by Jakara. Now what will happen to?
Jashwasan.
Sorry?
Jakara does not drop.
Yeah. Sakara preceded by Repa will drop. Right?
Mm.
Now here Urj is there. What will happen to Jakara now here? Will it drop or not? The question comes. If you apply the general rule, conjunct consonants, Sanyogantasya lopaha, that will become lopa. But he says Ratsasya, that Sakara following the Repa, Sakara, which follows the Repa, that Sakara will become lopa. Here, Repa is followed by what letter? Jakara. Will that become lopa? No. Therefore, it will remain. Because it remains, therefore, only you can apply Jashwasandhi, etc. Therefore, Urj becomes Urg. And then you can do Chatra, by that becomes, Chatra is optional because it is Avasana. You get Urg. Understand? That's what the rule is. This is example we saw. Okay, fine.
Excuse me, Guruji.
Yeah.
When we did these Vyanjana Sandhis in the beginning, we studied this example Vidwans. In that,
Okay.
it is Samyuktaksharam, Dwan itself is a Samyuktaksharam plus Sakara. So Sakara gets dropped due to 616 side. But again, Vidwan also is a having a Sakara. It goes by the rule 8223, which is Sanyongantasya padasya antima varna lopaha. Vidwan.
Okay.
Vidwans plus Sakara. The first Sakara goes because of the 616 side.
Very good.
So we are
I'm
left
happy.
with Vidwan. Even that, again in this conjunct consonant, Sakara goes away because of 8223.
Okay. Sanyogandasya
Just
lopaha
now
is
you
saying.
said that ratasya, how does it
You're
fit in
yourself
here?
saying the answer. Repa is a sakara preceded by what? Nakara. Is it repa? Therefore, where's the question of that?
No, even this sakara goes away in Vidwan.
Huh?
Finally, it is Vidwan. There is no
Yeah.
sakara.
Yes.
Because even this sakara also drops and it becomes
What is
Vidwan.
what is the preceding letter here?
Nakara.
What is the rule here we are discussing? If it is
8223.
repa followed by sakara, that sakara will vanish.
Yeah, but here it is followed by preceding nakara. Even
Where
here
is
this sakara,
sakara
it
dropped
becomes
by?
Vidwan, Guruji.
Yes, it becomes vidwan only by
After
Sanyogandasya
Vidwans,
lopaha. It becomes
after
lopa by.
Vidwans, you said it will become Vidwan.
Yes, right only. That what will happen? This will only happen. Conjunct consonant at the end of the padam, the last letter become lopa. Vidwan only get.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
here, my question is,
Hmm.
it is not preceded by refa, still the sakara is going away.
No, it is not preceded by repa. Not like that. Okay. I think I should have said it properly. Then. Okay. It's my mistake then. Yes. I should say repa followed by sakara. That sakara, see, the ratsasya, okay, rat is rat vibhakti, panchami, right?
No. Yes.
It means in the conjunct, the last letter is sakara,
Hmm.
which is preceded by repa, right? That must
Refa.
be clear. Okay. I think I should have said it properly. My mistake. Yes. So at the end of the padam, sakara is there, which is preceded by repa, right? So I can say sakara, that sakara will become lopa. Okay, again I have to be careful saying it. Okay, that padanta sakarasya, the sakara at the end of the padam, which happens to be the conjunct. I use the word conjunct sakara because it's a part of the conjunct, and repa is there. So repat uttarasya sakarasya. I put it in way. This is proper. Yes. Repat uttarasya sakarasya. Repat uttarasya sakarasya means, in English, how do you translate? Repat uttarasya
Sakara
sakarasya.
following repa.
Sakara following the repa. Repat uttarasya sakarasya. Sakarasya lopaha bhavati. Repat uttarasya
Anya varnasya lopana
lopahana bhavati. That's what it is.
Yeah, you said anya, if it is.
That's what I said. I think I should have said it properly. Right? Yeah, understand. My mistake it is. Yes, you're right. Repa followed by sakara, that sakara will vanish. Suppose repa is there, followed by any other letter, that will not become lopa. Okay, that is right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is the. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
It's I think my mistake. I said it wrongly. I think. I don't know. I said wrongly or I confused. Whatever it is.
Then
That
when you
the-
said that if it is not refa, the sakara will remain.
If it
So
is not.
here in this exam, if it is not refa,
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
if
That's
it is-
that is.
if
Yeah, you're
refa
right.
is not preceding sakara, then the sakara will remain. So then I got this example where it is not preceded by refa, yet the sakara is lopaha and it becomes vidwan.
Yeah, you're right.
Vidwans becomes vidwan because the sakara has become lopaha. So
Yes.
I got confused between the two statements.
It's good. I'm happy that you found this problem, this mistake. I should have said it properly. Yes.
Now I got it, Guruji.
It
Thank you.
means you're alert. You're thinking more better than me. I'm happy about it.
No, sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to
it is good.
cross-check here.
That is the emphasis on repa. Repa uttarasya sakarasya. When we do translation, I get stuck there sometimes. Because Sanskritam is easy than English. Okay. At least for me, I feel Sanskritam, even in Vedanta also, sometimes very difficult to translate. If the same thing, if I say in Sanskritam, it is clear. Repat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha bhavati. That is what Sutra says. Repat uttarasya sakarasya, suppose repat uttarasya anyavarnasya kim bhavati, lopaha na bhavati.
Okay.
Right? Repa followed by any other letter will not become lopa. Therefore, there is no question of that applying here.
Yeah.
You're right,
Okay.
exactly. This is how I should have said. I tried to do the English translation. I think that I did the mistake. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good. Others, please note this. What she pointed out was absolutely correct. Repat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha bhavati. See how this English translation, I tried to do it and it leads to serious wrong interpretation also. If I say that is sasya, if I talk from the standpoint of the stani, that sakara will become lopa when preceded by repa. This is what I said. That sakara will become lopa when preceded by repa. Now here sakara is not preceded by repa. How this sakara will go? It's a valid question, right? So that is why when we talk from with reference, we talk. That's very important. Rat is a reference. Repat uttarasya sakarasya lopaka bhavati. Not the other way. Sakara preceded by repa only will vanish, means the meaning will change.
Yep.
Okay, good point. Please note this. I think the same mistake in the last class also probably I did, I think. Repat, I just write. Rat means repas. Repat uttarasya sakarasya. This is one point. We'll see lopa later. Now, the same thing can be expressed, but the meaning will change. Sakarasya, purvasya, repaha. Now sakarasya, purvasya repaha. Sakara preceded by. In fact, you cannot say like that. In fact, in Sanskritam, you cannot say like this. But in English, it is possible. Yeah, when you say in Sanskritam, it becomes sakarat purvasya repaha. Then repa, that becomes problem. So this is in Sanskritam, it is impossible to even to do it. But in English, it is possible, right? In English, we say sakara preceded by repa will become lopaha. Okay, that's right. English. You see, English, it's this is for sakara preceded by repa will become lopaha. This is actually right or wrong. This is sakara preceded by repa will become lopaha, which is wrong. This is the translation we give. This is wrong actually. It should have been that is sakara preceded by repa will become lopaha. Then sakara preceded by other letter will not become lopaha, right? Then vidvans is a problem. So this translation is it's wrong actually. It should not be given. In English it is possible, but it is not. Therefore, we have to say sakara following the repa, you have to say. That is proper. You see, sakara following the repa will become
lopa.
This is right translation. Will become lopa. Here there is no problem. Now vidwan, if you take vidwan, sakara doesn't follow. Sorry, vidwan sakara follows, not the repa, right? Sakara following the repa will become lopa. Okay, vidwan, leave it. Vidwan will come to that. Sakara following the repa will become lopa. Then sakara following any other letter
also will become lopa if it is conjunct by 8223.
Yeah, just a minute. Sakara following the repa will become lopa. Sakara following the any other letter.
No, we have to say
Any
not
other letter following
sakara being the
repa will not become lopa.
It should be other way. Okay. Any other letter
Following repa will remain.
following repa. Yeah. That is any other letter following the repa will remain. That's how we have to do it. Not with this way. We cannot exactly do like this. Any other letter following the repa will remain. Any other letter following the repa will not become lopa.
Guruji,
Yes.
somewhere we read that Padanta Refa will be dropped. Where was that we read that
Padanta repa will
be dropped with certain words in
Padanta
certain
repa will drop.
combinations? No, I'll
Preceding
get
and
back to
becomes
you.
dirgha. Is it?
That repa followed by repa will become lopa. Preceding an will become dirgha. That is different.
Dirgha, Rory.
Sorry, yes. Yeah, that is different. Repa followed by a repa, that repa will become lopa and preceding an will become
Now,
dirgha.
my question is for this
Dirgha.
last line that you have written here, when will that 8223 will apply in that last line?
8223.
8223. Pad Sangyogatasya Lopaha 8223. Will it apply to that last line that you have written just now? Any
That
other
is why
letter follow?
if it applies, then why this rule is there?
Only for Refa. This is specific for Refa.
Specific for the repa. The rule is given
Okay. Okay.
with reference to the repa, which is the penultimate letter in the conjunct.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
That is what the emphasis here. That we miss it. Okay. That is why when we do translation, that leads to problem. Sanskritam, there is no problem. Rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha. Any other letter uttarasya sakarasya
It will remain.
lopaha. Sakarasya lopaha na bhavati. See, any other rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha bhavati. Fine. That is sakara following the repa will become
Repa.
lopaha.
Mm.
So sakara following the sakara following the repa will become lopa. Therefore, sakara following any other letter following the repa. This is how we have to take. This one you have to take. Last one. Any other letter following the repa will not become lopa. So the emphasis
So
on
the emphasis is on repa and not on sakara.
not on sakara. Yes, rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha. Suppose if it is not repa, if any other letter is there, that will not become. Then the sakara will not become lopa. So sakara will become lopa only when it is preceded by repa. Okay, again, you get into problem when you get into the translation. So it's you get into a loop. Then okay, you take like this. Sakara preceded by become preceded by repa will become lopa, and not this one. Sakara following the repa will become lopa. Any other letter following the repa will not become lopa. This is a translation.
These two. Yeah.
Yeah. This is very tricky. Okay, this is a good one. This is a looks like a puzzle. Okay. That way, sutra ratsasya. Rat is panchami. Rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha bhavati. This does the niyamanam of sayogantasya lopaha. Sayogantasya lopaha, conjunct consonant at the end of the padam will become lopaha. Then why this sutra is required? This sutra does the niyamanam. Niyamanam is restricting the scope of application of sayogantasya lopaha. So it says that rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha bhavati. Therefore, any other letter following the repa, rat uttarasya anya varnasya lopaha na bhavati ityartha. But you have to make like that. Okay. Rat uttarasya, so emphasis on repa. Rat uttarasya anyasya varnasya, not sakara. We shouldn't hold on to sakara. Anya varnasya lopaha bhavati va.
Na bhavati. Na bhavati.
This is what the meaning of ratsasya. In fact, it's very good for me also because when I do translation, I believe I'm not doing it properly. That yes, the translation leads to confusion. When we do translation, always we have to talk from which reference we are starting.
Yeah,
I have seen some translations, they talk from the from the Stani. Actually, it should be with reference to what we are talking, that we have to say either Panchami or Shashti. That is proper. Okay. Anyway, I think you take the Sanskrit, this one. Rat uttarasya sakarasya lopaha, rat uttarasya anyavarnasya lopaha na bhavati. Even though it is a conjunct at the end, still it will not become lopaha. Oh, no, okay. Anyway, this is, you understand, right? All of you. I think, sorry for the confusion. I mean, that my translation. Now, what would the English translation, better translation?
The
Just
last two that preceded by refa, I think we can
Sakara
safely
following the
omit.
repa will become lopaha.
Yeah.
Any other letter following the repa will not become lopaha. Now, if you say this, Sakara preceded by repa will become lopa, then what happens? Standpoint is here, it is different, right?
Yep.
Here I am
It's
talking from the
emphasis on
standpoint.
sakara.
Talking from the standpoint of Stani, Sakara.
Mm.
Sakara preceded by repa will become lopaha. Then then comes Sakara preceded by any other letter, then it will not become lopa. That is why Vidwan's question comes. Right?
Yep.
So this is not the right translation. In
Correct.
maybe other context, the translation may be okay, but here it is really hurting. So we should not do it. Okay. Good point. Okay, I keep this as it is, so that it is we don't do that. I don't do that mistake again. Okay, so that it be as it is. This is a niyamana. This is a niyamana rule. Niyamana sutra. Niyamana is restricting. Niyamana sutra. Sutra itself is Ratsasya. You can understand Ratsasya. The word is very simple. It's like a just a statement. Rat is Repat, Panchami. So Panchami, when Panchami is there, then Sthani is located after that, we know. So Sthani is referred by the word which is in Panchami. So that Sthani, which is happens to be Sakara, which is at the end of the conjunct, Sayogantasya Sakarasya. And that Sayoganta Sakarasya is that Repa is the Repa Presita Repa, following the Repa, that Sakara is there as part of the conjunct. That becomes Lopaha. Even though this is contained in this rule, the very mentioning of this is to make it niyamana, make it very particular. Only for this alone, this combination alone, this will apply. That is why this is given. Okay, Ratsasya. That's called niyamana. Niyamana means restricting the scope of the application of a given rule. Okay, it's good. We'll move on. Okay, next one.
Okay.
So this is Ratsasya. Then what about Kartra plus Nye? Panchami, 5-1. This becomes Kartra plus.
Rakara replaced by U.
Same. So Panchami Vibhakti is same as
Pittu.
just it's copying it. See, that is why Sanskritam is keeps you always young. Your brain is always active. Kart plus R, same is happening. Kartur for Kartuhu. You get okay. So Panchami is done. Then Dvitiya and that also I will just copy. Otherwise, I will move back and forth. One minute. Chaturthi Bhagavachanam. Okay. It's a problem. I'll just correct. Yes, it is. Not this. Rama plus Chaturthi Bhagavachanam. Rama plus yes, what will happen? Here it is. Chaturthi Bhagavachanam. Bhagavachanam. Yeah. Jaladi Pratyaya follows Bhagavachane. Then A will be replaced by Ye. It's a rule. Ramebhyas it becomes. This also already I think I taught you. Bhagavachana. When Bhagavachana Jaladi Pratyaya follows, Bhagavachana Jaladi. Jaladi, this is Ba is a Jal letter. So when Jaladi Pratyaya follows, Jaladi Pratyaye Pare what will happen? Angasya,
Supi pare.
yeah, of course, Supi only. It is Bhagavachana Supi, Bhagavachana Jaladi Supi. Okay, Supi Pratyaya Pare. What will happen to the Anga? The Anga which is Adantasya Angasya, Ekara Adesha Bhavati. Not Ekara. Ekara Adesha Bhavati. Okay.
But Guruji, we are not applying this for the Tritiya Bahuvachanam, right?
Sorry?
We are applying Tritiya Bahuvachanam, we are not applying this, right?
Not
Bihi,
Tritiya, this is
that is
Chaturthi.
bihi.
This is Chaturthi.
Yes, for Tritiya also it is Chal, no?
No, Tritiya is, we have specifically that rule is this
Okay.
must be replaced by ice. Specific rule is that you have to apply. That we cannot apply. Yes, you're right. We cannot apply that. Okay. We cannot apply for Tritiya Bhakti. Even though it is Bris, it is Bhagavachanam and Jaladi, we cannot apply. Because specifically for Adantanga, this is replaced by ice. The rule is. Otherwise, you cannot apply that rule. That rule becomes useless, right? Only for that Tritiya Bhakti alone, that rule is written. So that rule you have to apply. Yeah, Ataha Bisaha Ice. Okay. You can see that rule is itself is simple. I think I told you, right? Ataha Bisaha
Bisaha
Ice.
ice.
This is what the rule is. Simple. Ataha means you know. Ataha what vibhakti?
Pradama.
Okay. You know what happens here. The rule this says Adanta Angasya Uttarasya Vispratyasya Stane Ice Adesha Bhavati. This is what it is. What is Stane? What is Adesha? Adesha is.
Stani is bis.
Very
Adesha
good.
is a ice.
So Stani is bis. Bis means it must be what vibhakti? 6-1. Shashti vibhakti, right? That is a Stani. That is going to be replaced. What is the Adesha?
Ice.
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 So, ice. So
One,
what
one.
must be Ataha?
5-1.
5-1. 5-1 tells you that Pratyaya follows this. What is the Pratyaya? This. And that is Stani replaced by ice. Ataha Panchami is, what is the Pratipadikam? Pratipadikam is like Marut. At means only Akaranta Shabda, not Akaranta Anta, only Rasva Akaranta. Therefore, it's only for Pullinga and for Napumsakalinga. Palam becomes Palaihi, Rama becomes Ramaihi. Therefore, Adantasya Angasya Uttarasya Visagastane Ice Adesha Bhavati. Therefore, Rama plus this is replaced by ice. But this very specifically the rule is there. Therefore, you have to apply. You cannot apply when this Bhagavachana Jaladi. Therefore, you get Ramaihi. Okay. Why it can't be applied here? Because that rule specifically only for Akaranta Shabda it is there. Whereas Bhagavachana, this is for not only for Akaranta, for many other Shabdas is applied. Okay. So, and also it is Bhagavachana, it is Bhagavachana and Jaladi Sup Pratyaya. Of course, this also is Bhagavachana only. Fine. But that is very specifically written. Therefore, you have to apply that rule. This is general. When specific rule and general rules, a specific rule will apply. It's not Apavada. Please note, here it is not Apavada. It's no Sambandha like Apavada Utsarga Sambandha. That rule is specifically written, therefore to be applied. If you apply the general rule, when that rule will apply, then why should Parin Maharshi write that rule, sutra? It becomes redundant, unnecessary. Okay, that is the reason. So Bhagavachana now, Jaladi Supratya follows, Ekara Adesha Bhavati. What will get Ekara Adesha? That Adantasya Angasya Ekara Adesha Bhavati. This rule is written only for yes, etc. Okay. But not only here, even for 7-3 also this applies. So you can distinguish 4-3, 5-3, 7-3, this rule applies. For 3-3, that this is replaced by ice. Okay. In fact, all these rules for only Adantanga, not for Adaranga. Okay. Only for Adantanga. Only for Adantanga it is applied. Yes. Only for Adantanga only. Among the Adantanga, for Tritiya Bhakti Bhagavachanam, specific rule is that for Chaturthi, Panchami Bhagavachanam as well as Saptami Bhagavachanam, we have this rule. One common rule for all. So Rama plus Vyas will become Rame Vyas. Right? This rule also I think I taught you before. Therefore, you have now Rame Vyaha. Sakara is there, you can replace by Ru and then Visarga, you get Ramebhya. Okay. And here nothing happens here. Yes, becomes Aribhya. Just for the sake of completion, I do this one. Gurubhya. Similarly, Pitra becomes Pitrabhya. Pitrabhya. And Kartra becomes Kartrabhya. Now Panchami. Panchami we have done, I think. Pitra. Then Panchami Kartra plus Nye. Panchami we have done. Then Panchami Dvivachanam Bhagavachanam. I think I will copy from that later. Okay. So the class I will do it. Now Shashti Bhakti I will do. Shashti Bhakti. Today I think we should complete, I thought. Shashti Bhakti Ekavachanam. Rama plus what is the pratyaya? Is Nas, right? Nas pratyaya, 6-3. Then what will happen to Nas here? We have seen
Sya.
Nas will be replaced by, that's a rule.
Sya.
Yeah.
It will be replaced by, for Adantanga, Nas will be replaced by Sya. So Rama plus Sya. See, Sya is it Jaladi or not? Jaladi Suk?
Jaladi.
Yes. But it is not Bhagavachanam, Ekavachanam. That is why the previous rule doesn't apply. Ekaradesha doesn't come here. Otherwise it becomes Rame. Understand? That is why the very Bhagavachanam it is there in the rule. Bhagavachane Jali Et. When followed by Bhagavachana Pratyaya and Pratyaya beginning with the Jal, then Adantasya Angarasya Ekaraha Adesha Bhavati. Here it is not. Therefore doesn't apply. Okay. Rama plus Nas. Next one. Next one. Ari plus Nas.
Hari.
Ari enjoys what Sanya?
Dhisam.
Therefore,
Hare.
Are plus us. I'm not writing here. You can do later. Are plus us. What will happen after that? A. Engantanga followed by Purapariavastane.
Purvarupa.
Then becomes Ares. Ares becomes Are He. Same as five. Same as it is. They're doing Ekavachanam. Okay. 1, 6, 1. Similarly, Guru will become
Guroho.
Guru. So Guru plus Nas, Guru will become Guru. Now it becomes Enganta. Enganta followed by, this Enganta is Apadanta. Enganta followed by us. Therefore, Puraparivastane, Purvaha Upaha Desha Bhavati. Therefore, you get Guroho, right? Then Pitra. Pitra plus Nas. What will happen? Already we have seen. Same with Panchami only.
Replaced by O.
Pitra will be replaced by,
U.
Pitar.
Dakara will be replaced.
yeah, Dakara will be, it is Pitra. Ru will be replaced by, Ru plus A will be replaced by U, right? I'm just writing as it is. Okay, you know, same as 5-1 only, right? Same as 5-1. Therefore, Pitur. Therefore, Pitur. Rukara plus A. Pura Pariyogastane. Ukaraha Adesha Bhavati. Rukara is replaced by 4. It is, you will have Piturs. Then Sakara becomes Lopaha Ratsasya. Therefore, Pituhu. Pituhu. Just now we discussed same thing, right? So I don't have to repeat. Pituhu. 6-1. Same thing for our Kartra also. Kartra plus Nas. Here it is. Kartra. Therefore, you get Kartu. Now, 6-2. Copying the same thing. 6-2. 6-2 we do, 7-2 is done. Right? 6-2. Shashti Vibhakti. Dvivachanam. Shashti Vibhakti Dvivachanam. Rama plus Os. what will happen? Rama plus Os. Rama plus Os, the form is Rama Yoga. How you get Rama Yoga? Os Pratyaya follows. Even when Os Pratyaya follows, what happens is A will be replaced by what? So that you get O Rama Yoga must be replaced by A, right? Same thing. Rama will be replaced by that A will be replaced by A. So even when Os Pratyaya follows, Adantangasya Akarasya Ekaradesha Bhavati. That's a rule. Same rule. Yeah. So Rame plus Os. We saw that Bhagavachana Jaladi Pratyaya follows Adantasya Angasya Ekaradesha Bhavati, right? Not only that, even when Os Pratyaya follows, very specifically that rule is that Osi Cha, Chakarat, Osi Cha. Osi Cha means even when Os Pratyaya follows, Adantasya Angasya Ekaraha Desha Bhavati. Now, once you replace by A, then Ayadi Sandhi will apply, get Ramai plus Os, therefore you get Rama Yoga. Understand? This is for Rama Shabda, Adanta Shabda. What about Hari? Hari plus Os. What will happen? Hari plus Os is simple. Hari plus Os is E plus O. E will be replaced by Yeah. Therefore,
Yeah.
what Sandhi is that?
Hari
Haryoho. Haryos.
Haryoho.
What Sandhi is that?
Yan.
Yan Sandhi.
Yeah.
Therefore, you
Yan
get
Sandhi.
Haryoho. Therefore, for Ikaranta, it is simple. Then Guru Shabda. Guru plus Os.
Guru. It is the same.
Guruoho.
Same thing. So here U plus O, therefore Sandhi happens. Guru Os, then Guru O.
Guruoho.
Okay. Next one. Pitru.
Pitru plus Os.
Pitru plus Os. Here what will happen?
Os.
Pitru plus Os. 6-2.
Pitru.
What's Sandhi? Same. R plus O. Rukara will be replaced by Repa.
Repa.
Then Os is there. Join that, you get Pitro.
Pitroho.
Pitroho. So only for Rama Shabda, we have so many exceptions. That is why Rama Shabda I never studied, in fact. Only advanced students we teach. But anyway, I taught you out of interest, my interest, and probably your interest also. This Rama Shabda, that is why in the beginning it is asked to memorize. Don't ask why it should be memorized. You just memorize. If you tell the rule, people will run away. Nobody will come for the class. Better memorize that. It's simple. After memorizing all the Shabda only, how it is come, they teach. But anyway, now you know it, how it comes. Okay, I think you will stop here.
Okay.
8:30 now.
We'll do one, Guruji, Shashti Bahuvachana.
I'm ready to do it, but I don't want you to take your, you may feel that I'm
You will
taking more
finish
time.
at least that particular.
Okay. I will do that. And next class, I will summarize. You come with the table, we'll do.
Yes.
And other Shabda we can do in the class. Some say we'll take some example and we can do Bhagavachana. Then what is the Bhagavachana Pratyaya?
Nam.
Yes. So now that's a rule. This is Anga ending with Akara, right? Okay. You can in fact just guess. Rama becomes what is the form? Ramana. Hari becomes
Harinam.
Harinam, right? Guru is
Gurunam.
Gurunam. Pitra is
Pitrunam.
Dirghatum happens. Pitrunam, right? And normally Kartrunam. Okay, but here only Am is there. Only Am is there. And whereas here and all, one more letter is there. What is that?
Nakara.
Nakara is there. Therefore, we can guess this Rama plus Am, something is added to Am. What could be the letter?
Nakara.
It must be Dante Nakara.
Dhamagama?
Because this Dante Nakara, because of Repa, it becomes Mudra Nakara. Nattam happens.
Yeah.
That you know.
Hmm.
When preceded by repa or shakara, even when intervened by at, letter, ku, pu, etc., you know, right? Nakara. Therefore, nakara is there. Nakara coming at the beginning of the pratyaya. So what this could be? What is this?
Agama.
Exactly. Exactly. That is what I want to know. Agama. If it replaces the stani, then it is adesha.
Adesha.
But it is not replacing, it is added. Therefore, it is agama. What type of agama? If this is a stani,
Pit.
no. Please think. This is a stani. This comes before the stani. Therefore, it must be three types of agama I taught you. Tit agama.
Agama.
Titta.
Therefore, the agama is nut. Nut is content is nakara only. Takara
Nakara.
is it. Nakara is a content. Ukara also it letter. So therefore, it becomes noun, right? Now, when noun follows, what will happen? Angasya dirghatam bhavati. That's a rule. What is the rule? Nami, just a nami. That's a rule. You see how simple is that? Nami pare. Nami is what vibhakti? Saptami. So when nami follows, nami pare, angasya, what will happen? Dirghatam bhavati. The dirghatam bhavati and all coming as anuvritti, the sutra. Only nami alone is there. And nami is saptami. Therefore, we know nami pare. When nami follows, nam follows. When nam follows, where is nam? That am becomes nam when there is a nuttagama. Nami, when nam follows, anga will get dirghatam. Therefore, Rama will become what?
Rama.
Then because of repa, this nakara will undergo natto. Therefore, you get Rama now. This is a rule. Right? I will write the descriptions later. Just to note this alone. This is how it becomes. Same thing. Ari plus am. Same thing here. Am is what will happen to am? Ari is okay. What is the condition for Nuttakama? I didn't tell that. What is the condition? When Nuttakama will come? Why are you doing what only for am? Yes, because specifically only when am follows only this Nuttakama is there for Rasva Shabda, Rasvanta, not only Rasva, but Rasva, Rasvanta Shabda, Nadi Shabda, etc. Even Nadi also, Nadi Sangeka Shabda, Nadi becomes Nadi Shabda, what is Panchami, what is Shashti Bhagavachanam, Nadi Shabda, Nadinam, there also, Nadi, Mati becomes
Matinam.
Mati is Nadi Sangeka Shabda, therefore, Rasvantanga, Nadi Sangeka Anga, all these will get Nuttakama. It's a rule. Rasvanadhyapo nut. Sutram is there. 154. If you want to refer, you can check later. So, therefore, here we are dealing with only Rasva. So, therefore, I talk only Rasva. When Rasvanta Anga Shabda followed by Nam, then it will get, Am will get Nuttakama. Here, Ari. Therefore, Ari plus Nut becomes Ari plus Nam. When Nam follows, then Angasya Dirghatam Bhavati. Hari will become
Dirgham.
Hari. Then Nam. Nothing happens because Repa is and the letters are in between are allowable letters. Therefore, Arina. Right? You remember Karin Shabda I taught you?
Yes.
Karantaha. Karin plus Nam. Am, what will happen?
Karinam.
How you get Karina?
Karinam.
Karin is a Shabda. Karin plus Am. The form is Karinam or Karina. Please think. Here it is not Rasva. It is not Nadi Sangita Shabda. Therefore, no Nuttagama business here. You get only Karina only, not Karina.
Okay.
Understand? You can distinguish. This is Alanta Shabda. We are talking about here Ajanta and that too Rasva. Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, Guru will become Guruna, Pitra will become Pitrunam, Kartra will become Kartrunam. Okay. Saptami and Sambodhana, we'll see next class. Next class we will complete this. We should complete.
Okay, good. Okay, Guruji.
And I appreciate Divyaji, thank you for your asking the
it's
question.
okay, Guruji.
No, it's very good. I will be careful when you do the translation. Yes, that's very important. Okay, lead some. I'm happy that you think right that in this way. That is sutra thinking, thinking in line of Panini Maharishi. That's very important. I appreciate. Thank you. I'm happy that you're all interested in pursuing this. So when you pursue and then Ashtadhyayi, later it will be very interesting. Yes. Because that interest is required. Otherwise, Ashtadhyayi will become Kashtadhyayi. Yeah. In this Gurukulam, people come, Kashtadhyayi means they feel it is Kashtadhyayi. That is all interest. Okay. It's once interest only.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dhanyavadaha. We'll stop here. Om Purnamadav
Dhanyavad
Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. One student asked me, why you say Dhanyavadaha after the class? This is the reason, because I learned from the students. And I also learned sometimes patience from the students, how to be patient. You should not get irritated. You should not get angered by the students' question, because some students, they ask all these questions, and that too in a provoking way. Not here. I'm not talking here. In a setup. The Gurukulam and all they ask. But the teacher has to be very highly patient.
Yeah.
Has to answer the student, and students, the way they ask also sometimes will be different. In the Gurukulam, you can see, because physically they are present, right? The tone and all. Thank God, in online class, we don't have such problem at all. Either you switch on your video, I also don't switch on. So we don't see each other. No problem. When it is
Still, they
direct,
test your patience.
see, still my patience is tested by some students. You will not believe. That's it. You see, it's but still, anyway, it's all a story. Another big story it is. Anyway, I appreciate you for saying that. I have patience and also passion. If passion is not there, one cannot teach.
Yes, that is the key.
Passion and patience, both. But the interest is required, right? How much ever you thrust into the head of the student. If the student is not interested, you will say the same thing 100 times, but still the student will not listen. He's not interested. So the same thing, you will not believe how much I struggle to teach Sarvadhataka Pratyaj, Tingshit Sarvadhatakam. More than a week I took to make the student. Still, they don't. Some students will not understand. They will not able to identify. Giving a pratyaya, I've asked them, this is Sarvadhatakam or Adhadhatakam. They won't be able to answer. After a week, how much time it requires to understand Sarvadhatakam, Adhadhatakam? It's just a statement. Tingshit Sarvadhatakam, Adhadhatakam, Sheshaha, over. That took almost a week, sometimes 2 weeks, or even 1 full month, they will not understand. So you required a lot of patience. That's that's why we say samskara is important. The samskara, whatever we have now, definitely, if not in this janma, next janma, you will born with the samskara, and you will be born with this, because you are born, it will be easy for you to pick up also. I'm not asking you to come next janma. This janma also itself, you take mukti. That is different. Okay, I'm just saying. Why some people are like that means because of prarabdha, because of the samskara. That is why we say the Gita shloka, Upanishad shloka, better memorize it. It creates samskara in the mind, because we are loading our mind with so many other things. Only samsarika samskaras are there. Load with some adhyatmika samskaras. That is why I ask you to do japa, etc. So that when we have the concept, in our tradition, in our religion, next janma. So we don't finish with this janma, not eternal heaven or eternal hell. We'll come back again. When we come back with a lot of good samskara. Therefore, we don't miss. We come. All these are not lost. According to me, at least I feel these are not lost. This is not something you do with only one janma. It will continue, because we are studying this, keeping in mind the shastra. At least I do that way. I don't know how you do it. Shastram is the goal. For that, Sanskritam and all helps you. Panchadashi class also you would have seen. When we say some certain things in Sanskritam without translation, you follow because you know Sanskritam. That's the idea. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Dhanyawadaha.
Dhanyawad
Dhanyawad.
Guruji.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.